And we're back with another deck profile.
If you say so.
Okay there, Hawaii. Today we're talking about a deck that we keep coming back to because it's like the only Kagero deck we actually like to play forever.
Yeah.
And it's called Crouching Goku. Because it's different from the other Goku, as we'll explain soon. Now, can we talk about how this version came into being?
Well, you know, Kagero, torment. How do you torment harder? Oh, right, stand triggers.
Stand triggers. Yep. As far as the actual origin of this deck goes, is well, we wanted to make Goku after we finished with Dote. We said to ourselves a long time ago, as soon as we're done with Nats, we'd sell off the Dotes, and like we mentioned in our other video, we did it really fast. Sucker. And, well, we were just starting to build the deck back up from there. Tried a few, the regular incarnation, you know, cool and all that. But then we got to thinking.
If these draws were something else, we'd probably be winning harder right now.
Yeah. Because as it turns out, Goku hates drawing for more than just the reason of draw your grade 3s. It doesn't like them because it doesn't make him do any more. And being a 10k in a 13, soon to be 11k format, he's going to need all the push he can get.
Yeah. Yeah, anything to put the brakes on 20k lines too, because you can only blow up so many things at once.
Well, I guess that's enough of that. We should probably start talking about the deck. Well, obvious starter.
Conroe.
And so is Genjo. These, on the other hand, are a different story.
I'd argue they're actually better than Gatling Claw Dragon, because you can play them on the first turn.
Play them on the first turn, and since most likely they're not going to block a whole lot in that first attack, if you're going second, you're probably going to kill their starter.
And a lot of decks sort of depend on that, so it works out. Plus you get another trigger back in the deck.
So
it's an advantageous 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, pretty even out. Ganlu's here because he's Ganlu, I guess.
Yeah.
Mostly these.
No other reasons, really.
Yeah, really isn't any other reason. Mix things up.
Slightly more reliable in actually getting the stand when you want it.
Yep. And then to that,
your usual 7 critical of the mind screw variety.
Yep. Because the cool thing about not having 4 ofs is we could switch around these extra ones in any sort of order, and you'd never know.
Except now they do. The secret is ruined.
Just the same. We can always just make it weird if we feel like being weird.
Rainbows
we
all
just,
the way. All the things that kill when you all.
On to the grade 1s. Got your perfect guards. 3 is all you need.
All we got, all we care to get,
etc. Because if we had any more, well, we'd have to take something else here out, and we don't really want to do that.
Then, like, there's not a whole lot of things you really want to drop for it, like you'd see in other decks, because we don't have the excess of 5k shields up here. And we actually want to play the Overlords, so that just leaves the other 3 Gokus.
So yeah, because people are gonna kill Goku, kill Overlord every single time because he's an 11k that has a skill on the rear guard.
And he has a friend.
Yes, so and he has a friend that makes a 21k line. So it's not something you're going to leave alive. So he'll be needing replacing. So yeah, Goku's the only thing he's dropped one. So 3 is plenty. Gojo for the obvious reason of, same reason he's here, to drop these things off if you need to.
7k beats, early setup, whatever, it's good.
He's utility.
There's no real alternative either when you really think about it.
Because he doesn't want to use Iron Tail Dragon.
We don't have Calze. We'd probably use that if it were out, though.
True.
That's something to look forward to in, what, November?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's yeah. We just talked about the first Aramo. Makes Overlord scary. The other Aramo is...
well, the obvious thing you run in Goku for the sifting.
Yep, just make your hand better if possible.
Unfortunately, you're not really going to get much mileage out of it against cross rides, so hunt down bar in that case.
Yep, it all bases upon what you're fighting. Speaking of bar, bar to bar.
Bar.
And then 2 Kinaras, because you know, Kinara is better than Heat now.
Yeah, you get to keep it there. It's not like the deck is especially counterblast heavy either. You got the wiggle room.
Yeah. Especially because of the Grade 2 that we'll come to eventually. But before him, Grade 2 lineup starts with these guys. Aegis.
Aegis. I had no part in this.
But just
I think that's a bit overkill actually, on the grounds of 8K rides are pain and suffering.
that's what I used to think, but then I realized people usually attack for about the same amounts on the turn 2 no matter what you ride. They don't really try to ass pin you when you are stuck on one.
Getting smacked by 8K hills is cool.
Yeah, but they're going to do it either way, so no matter what you ride, you're probably going to be getting 2 damage. If you do more, you're just going to kill their stuff. And then they're just going to feel silly.
You do have that deterrent in Berserk Dragon. If they try to hurt you too much, they're just going to get bit.
That's also the reason why there's 4 here, because it's also kind of a lore. They try to kill the Tages, they're going to have to bring out extra stuff.
He's like Tom.
Yeah, he's like Tom in that way.
Like, they gotta spend X number of cards stopping him, and then they gotta go kill him. And you don't care. I mean,
you don't care, because you'll either replace it, or you'll just kill their stuff, because it's Kagero, they can do that.
It's pretty good. We'll see how 4 works.
Yep, we'll see. It's been working so far so good.
Awesome stand target, by the way. The key is not swinging into the back row first, of course. Yep. You gotta leave your options open.
Especially since so many things in this deck kill the back row. Yeah. We were mentioning damage and flipping before, and, well, 2 Viscosity Dragon.
Ride it, use Conroe. Go to town.
Yep.
If it comes up later, it's a nice pressure card to put your power on while you drop criticals on overlords or something.
Pretty handy.
Get busy dying, or get busy dying more.
Then you got Berserk Dragon, because it's Berserk Dragon. He is half the deck. And then we have room for 1 extra thing, 10k choice, or another Viscosity if you want. I chose Garp because he's the only one who's not the other 2. And I couldn't choose which one.
Yeah, Holland does have to come in at least pairs.
So, yeah, chose Garp because I couldn't choose between them. And then that takes us to the Great 3s, which are pretty obvious.
They're good.
Yeah, 2 good cards. Use them.
Swinging into the rear guards with Goku is funny. They're taken aback usually.
Yeah, they don't.
Why? Don't!
They never quite expect it.
And then he kills entire columns on his own. It's glorious.
It's pretty glorious, and like we said before, that we generally prefer this over the End or Lawkeeper, etc. Because it just moves so much faster.
Yeah, and you have more freedom in terms of what you do and when. You don't need to leave the 2 face-up damage all the time.
Yep. It's pretty swag.
You'd be surprised at how many situations you get to use a Vanguard Overlord's Counterblast.
It's true.
It's kind of disgusting because, I mean, they start committing to replace all the stuff you're blowing up, and all of a sudden they have 2 cards, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It's definitely a recommendation for us if you want to use Kagero.
Because Lockkeeper is lame.
Lockkeeper is lame. The end's gonna be bad soon enough. I know that sounds like blasphemy to some of you newer players, but it's just us. It's not gonna be as painful as it was. And I think that's just about does it for this profile.
It's pretty simple. Playing it is another story because you have to pay a lot of attention to what your opponent's cards are.
Yeah, because the cool thing about the deck is also the thing that's the most important, because it's all, whatever you choose to play, whatever you choose to put behind the Vanguard or search out, it all is completely based on what your opponent is playing. So while it does give you that extra ability to mix up your plan, you actually have to know what your plans are when you do it. Otherwise you'll just make a bad column that doesn't do anything against somebody.
I don't know what you're talking about. This column is amazing.
Shut up, Elliot. And any last things on the deck? Alright, well, I guess
fun.
It's fun, play it. Probably best Kagero deck in terms of playability and fun that there will be, actually. Like, Pure Steel Dragons are cool and all, but
this isn't nearly as samey as these other guys tend to be. Yeah. You can change this deck a lot to suit your own personal tastes.
Yeah. Really the only things that have to stay are the...
You honestly don't need to play Tejas.
Don't need to play Tejas or both Cosity. Really the only ones you need to really stay here is the Conroe, the Heal Triggers, and the Goku.
Yeah, he can even have different partners, like Dual Axe if that's...
Dual Axe if you want to do it that way, which we did before one time.
Yeah.
If you just want the 12k attacker, if you're really worried about MLB, you can just go with the, what's his name? Executioner. It's like, yeah, it gives you options. You really only need 3 different guys in the deck to actually make it do things. And maybe Bard, too, just for that 8k.
Bars, yeah, he's important. You can put whatever the crap triggers you want.
Yeah,
you don't even necessarily need the criticals when you really think about it, but...
Well, this deck is a deck for, the current format and possibly the next format, where 10Ks might not be as, like we said before, as potent as they used to be, due to the fact that everything's going to be 11.
Gotta pick up the pace of it.
Yep, and this seems to be the fastest way to do so. Well, I guess that's it for this deck profile. Hopefully we'll get some more done soon. If you guys have a deck you want to be profiled, and if we have it, we can do one for it. And I really think that's all we have for today. Bye.